Good morning everyone. So today we will learn the practical about a microwave, E plenty, H plenty and a magic ticker that we will learn. This one is about your E plenty. We have a electric field component, or you can say that for a given waveguide is about your main waveguide, and we have a extra arm, another arm is there, or port is present. That port is present or a arm is present in a E plane, because for a waveguide, given waveguide, we have a magnetic field component, we have electric field component here. So that is about, this one is about nothing but the plane of a electric field, and that this arm or this port is parallel to the electric field, or you can say that it is present in the electric E plane. So that's why this T is called as the E plane T. E plane T, it is nothing but a junction, and we can provide the input to supposed to be this port, arm 3 here. So we get the output here, port 1 and a port 2, but that output is equally divided in terms of magnitude, but there is an out of phase, 180 degree out of phase here. So that is about your E plane T. Now our aim is about to learn in a practical what are the S matrix or S parameter of this given E plane T, that is to be understand. So for that purpose we need to provide the input and we have to measure the output at the another port here. So while doing a practical, we consider that E plane T will provide the input to the one of the port, and other port we have these two ports remaining. One port we connect a detector and this one we connect a match termination. Then we reverse the order, we connect a detector here, we will measure the match, connect the detector here. Okay, so detector, match termination, then detector, match termination. This is for a port 1. Next we can go for the port 2, we can connect a match termination, we can connect a detector here, then or change the order, detector here, match termination here. Similarly then we have a port 3 is the input, this one is the detector, this one is the output, and this one is the detector, this one is the output. So we will take a reading that is for this 3 port. So we have to provide the input to one of the port, and one of the port will be output, and whatever the remaining ports we have, that is to be connected to the match termination. So that is about a match load. So this one is for the E plane T. Similarly we can work for the H plane T. H plane T, we have a here a T here, that is an arm or a port here. That is arm or a port is in a H plane, because this one is about your electric magnetic field component, this one is about your electric field component. And if you see that this arm, we have this arm is parallel to this E plane, or it is parallel to the electric field component. So that's why it's called the E plane T or a E arm. So now if we provide the input to the port 3 here, so output will be available equally, that magnitude equally here, and it is about the same phase there. If you provide the input to the port 3, output will be available at port 1 and port 2, that will be equal in magnitude as well as equal in phase there, same. So now this junction, or we can say that E plane T and H plane T, these are useful for the power combiner or a power divider. So we here in a practical we need to perform regarding that S matrix. So how to go for the S matrix, or to obtain the S matrix, we need to find out how much is the power for that given particular port. So that's why performing the practical, we note down the reading for each and every port. So suppose I am saying that this one is the port 1, we need to provide the input to the port 1, we have to measure the output of this one of the port there, and other remaining port will be a match one. So we provide the input to the port 1, here this one is port 2 is detector, and this one is the match termination there. Then we can reverse the order, match termination here, detector here. We change to the port 2, this one is port 2, detector, match termination. We can provide the input to the port 2, output is taken at port 2, and here will be match termination there, means detector, match termination. We will reverse the order, we connect the match termination to port 2, output will take at a port 3. Okay, so likewise we provide the input to the port 3. We have to consider that one of the port will be match and one of the port will be detector. We have to take a 2 reading here. So now this one is about E plane T and H plane T. Now another T is nothing but a magic T. In a magic T, E arm as well as the H arm both are present. So this one is about our main waveguide. Okay, this one is about your main waveguide, and these are the secondary arm. These are the primary waveguide. These are the secondary one. So in that case, this one is nothing but what we can say E arm or E T here, E junction here. This is about your H arm. So now if you see that we have electric field, magnetic field compound. This is H plane here. This type H plane. Electric field compound. This one we have a E plane there. So we have the junction in E plane, E arm or E port there. Junction. Okay, our arm is extended in a H plane there, or you can say H arm there. Now, why we can say the magic? Because this port 3 and port 4, this port 3 and port 4 are isolated. So now if we provide the input to the any of the arm, suppose I am saying that input is given to the port 4, that is H arm, so output will not be available at port 3. If suppose output is available at port 1 and port 2, but if we provide the input to the port 3 here, output will not be available at port 4, but it will be available at 1 and 2. So it will work as the same as a E plane T or a H plane T if we use one of the arm here respectively. So now we consider that this T here, and while performing the practical we should know that what input we are providing to this particular T here. So right now here the setup we have, okay, Klystron power supply, we have reflex Klystron and a Klystron mount. Here we have a fan to cool the Klystron there because it gets heated. Klystron mount, here if you see that there is a waveguide, okay, you can say that it is about excited, this waveguide is excited through this Klystron here, probe is coupled to the waveguide. So this one we can say waveguide mount. And then we have an isolator to isolate the load and generator there, so we can use the isolator there. No reflection will reach to the reflex Klystron, otherwise it will damage. Then we consider here the attenuator, okay, this is nothing but a one page. And we consider here a detector. So now we will get the output at a detector. We consider here in terms of voltage, and we can consider in terms of a power also. We connect a VSW ammeter here. So directly we will get the reading in terms of how much will be the power there. So we connect the VSW ammeter. Right now, to understand that, we need to show you how it will work. So that's why we need to show you the whatever the waveform there, how your demodulated output looks like. So now, to start the setup, we need to set the beam voltage here. Already we have set the beam voltage here, that is about 272. Then there is a respective current for this, that is about 27 milliampere, it is the respective current. And then we have a reflector voltage. Now this one is a setup, that is about 38 volt is the reflector voltage. Now it is tuned now at a 1 kilowatt because we consider that if AM modulation, so your output will be a square waveform. If it is FM modulation, output will be a sawtooth one. So now we consider here the input, okay, that is AM. Demodulated output, we can see the waveform, that is a square waveform we can see on a CRO. Now our aim is about to connect one of the T here. So we consider here this one is about E plane T, and here this one we have a output we are getting. Now right now for the given output is detected, that is about a 2.16 peak to peak volt. Now I supposed to be connect, okay, suppose I am going to connect this E plane T here, means we consider that this one will be a one of the port here. Okay, so we can consider that this will be the one of the port and we are providing the input to the one of the port here. Okay, so this one we will provide the input to the one of the port. And we consider right now, this one is about our setup here, this port 1 we can say input, this port 2 is, okay, we can say that this port 2, we need to tighten the screw so that no reflection will come from this particular junction. Okay, so flanges we connect properly, and we need to connect a proper component, so likewise. So it is to be matched, whatever the rectangle size is there, it is to be matched. So we consider that a match detector. Now our setup is what we are providing to the input here to the port 1. We are measuring the output at a port 2, and here it is a match detector. Now then output reduces. Okay, now output is reduced. Now it is about 1.56, earlier 2 point something, it is about 1 point something, then the output reduces. Now we interchange it. Okay, so now we will interchange it. Instead of connecting a detector here, we will change we connect a match connection here. Right now we say that it is a match connected, and then we measure the output at the port. you can see that there is the output. It is again reduces. It is about 960 millivolt. This one is about the reading for the port 1. Now interchange the port. We consider that interchanging the port here. We consider the port 2 will be the input here. Okay. So we can consider that the port 2 will be the input, and then we can provide this one here. This one. Now port 2 is the input. Okay. Now this one, port 1 will be match termination, and this one will be a detector here. So port 2 input. This one is the detector. Port 1 will be a detector, and port 3 will be the output here. Now interchange it. We consider that. Let's stop that. We consider the detector here. We use the detector. So right now it is about your port 2 is the input, and we have a detector port 1 and a detector at the port 1, and this one is about a match. Now we have taken the two reading. That's about, we can say that earlier we have taken a port 1 input, two readings we have taken. Now port 2 is the input, we have taken a two readings. Then similarly we have to perform. Okay, similarly we have to perform for a port. Now next we have to provide the input to the port 3 here, and one of the port will be connected as the match termination, and one of the port will be connected to the detector. So we connect a detector here and we get the output to the port 1 here. Similarly, we connect a match termination here, we consider the detector like that. So we need to take a reading for each and every port, and then we have to draw a, we have to obtain that S matrix or S parameter. Now this one is about through the CRO. We are showing you because we are able to see the waveform and all. So directly we can measure on the VSWR meter, so that we can use the power and all for each and every port. We will get the output there, and then ratio we will get the whatever the S matrix is. So this one for the E plenty. Next we can provide for the H plenty. Similar way, we connect here input. Okay, one of the port will be input here for the E plenty, and this one is about your, this arm will be a match termination here, and this one will be your output. Okay. Okay. So right now it is about the output is about 1.36 something. It is showing. Now suppose I am changing it. So it's supposed to be, I am connecting the detector here. Okay. So port 1 is the input, I am saying, and detector will be here, and this one will be a match. So this one is about it in terms of millivolt, that output we are getting, because port 3, okay, it is a secondary arm, so output will be in a junction, that particular output will be a smaller. So now we change the one of the arm here, and then we consider that this one again is detector match. Then we consider that this will be a input here, port 3 will be input, this will be a detector, and that particular part will be the match termination. So we can work out, okay, we can find out the output for each and every port here. Okay, suppose I am just showing you one particular reading for the particular port. Okay, so now you see that this one is about your port 3, okay, this one is about your port 3, and this one is about your port 3 will be the input now. Okay, then here we consider that there will be a detector now. Here, okay, we can consider there will be a detector. So now output will be there. Now interchange the detector and output here. So right now instead of that, we consider here the match termination. Okay, this one will be the match termination, and here we will have the output. We can consider that there will be output. Now output is about equally divided because input is the port 3. Output will be equally divided to the port 1 and port 2. So then for the H plenty, we take a reading for each and every port, two readings. Then we can work out for this magic T. Now while working with the magic T, so we need to consider that. So here we have a 4 port now. We give the input, we can say that this one is a port 1. We have a 3 port right now. We consider the detector to one of the port here. So right now port 1 is the input. We say that there is, we measure the output. Okay, and this other arm we connect a match termination. So we'll get the output at port 2. This will be match termination. Then we miss 2 match terminations we require. Then we measure the output at port 3, this one, and this 2 will be match termination. Measure here, this 2 will be match termination. Then we measure the output at port 4, that H arm here, and this 2 will be a match termination. So this way we can consider the 3D for each port here. Then port 2 input. Okay, so we consider the output here, and this 2 will be match. Then now we can consider that input here. This will be your match termination, and here we will measure the output here. This will be a match, and here we will measure the output. Okay, likewise. So we can consider. So while working with the magic tree, so we need to consider that there should be we need a 2 match termination here. Okay, instead of using only a single match termination, we need to use a 2 match termination. So now the word a magic tree, okay, it is to be used because it is just like what we can say that for a given particular port, okay, this magic tree, so output will be not available there. So we can use a screw to tie whatever the components we have. So right now I will just say that this is about your input is at port 1 and how to perform. Okay, so this will be a match 1, this will be a match termination. We consider that this will be a match termination. So we require a 2 match termination. So now output is available. Port 1 is the input. Now output is available at port 2. Output is about something a 680 millivolt. Now we interchange it. Now instead of a port 2 output, we measure the output at a port 4. This one is about your output at a port 4 now. You can see that it is about a 760 something millivolt. Okay. Then we interchange it. We consider that this one we have a detector here. We consider the detector here. Okay, earlier we have considered the detector here, and we see that this one. Okay, so right now we have measured that output at a port 3. This port 1 input we have just measured that reading, and here is something near about 900 millivolt something output we are getting. Now this is about your port 1. Now interchange it. You consider the port 2 as the input, and then measure the output. Means we need a 2 match termination and 1 detector, and we consider that one by one. Okay, so while performing with the magic tree, because it has the 4 port devices, so we need a 2 match termination there. So we can consider that any of the arm here, likewise, and we can measure that one of the arm will be detector, another arm will be detector, okay, and other 2 will be a match termination. Likewise, we have to perform the reading for this particular magic. So I will provide you a complete table for this magic tree and all, so how the readings will be taken place. So that is about your E plane T, H plane T and magic tree. So role of a magic tree, use of magic tree in a circulator or impedance matching devices or a duplexer. Duplexer means what? We can use a transmitting and receiving antenna. Okay. So supposed to be I am consider that this will be a match now, and here we have considered that antenna now. Okay, so now we can consider that antenna at the one of the port. So we can use this one as a transmitter. Okay, and we can say that another port will be used as a receiver. Like so, means what happened here? So whenever we are getting the so consider the transmitter here. So what will happen? If you consider the transmitter here, output will be available at this particular node, or this port will be isolated now. So whenever we consider that antenna here for both the application for the transmitter and receiver, so we can consider this particular magic tree. So impedance matching can be takes place using this magic tree. We can use as a duplexer there, and this one is about E plane T. We can use as a power divider or a power combiner. So you can combine a power out of phase input is to be given to the port 1 and port 2. Output will be combined at port 3 here. But here the case of H plane T, or if we can use as a power combiner there. Input is given to the port 1 and port 2 power. Okay, same page. Output will be combined. Okay, addition takes place. And here we can use is a power combiner, or we can use as a power divider. So same. So that is about your practical. Okay, thank you all of you.